Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kieran, and today we're going to be talking about a few Fallout mods, but not just any Fallout mods, not just, Fallout Miami or Fallout London, no. Since we're in the month of October, also known as the month of horror, I thought to myself, Kieran, let's not make a video on Miami, or London, or Cascadia, or wherever the next big fucking mod is. Let's make a video on some spooky mods that bring Fallout into that world of horror and just fit into that month of spookiness. And I was like, do you know what? Let's do it. I was sitting here, I've been trying to think of an idea for a video, and this is the only one where I was like, do you know what? This is one I really want to make. So today I picked out some fantastic horror themed mods for Fallout fans who are a bit, too chicken shit to play actual horror games. Don't worry, I've got you covered. Let's dive right on in. Whispering Hills is an episodic overhaul mod for Fallout 4 based on the fantastic survival horror series Silent Hill. That's right, you don't need to play Silent Hill to play Silent Hill now, you can just install the world of Silent Hill into Fallout 4 and just experience it there you go. The mod transforms the wasteland into an unsettling, fog-filled nightmare where mutants have been replaced with creepy monsters inspired by the Silent Hill games. It also features a variety of monsters from outside Silent Hill as well, creatures such as Siren Head and Wendigos. And there was also, like, the one from Stranger Things as well, with the Demogorgon, I think it's called. There's just a bunch of, like, all-star, low-tier monsters in there. What's really cool about Whispering Hills is that it started out as, like, a simple overhaul mod with the goal of bringing the fog world from Silent Hill into Fallout 4. So you would walk around, it's a bit spooky, it's a bit foggy, and that was pretty much it. But now developers have started creating more monsters, creating their own quest lines that take players into the famous Silent Hill locations. So when you first create a character and you first leave Vault 111, you're greeted by a man looking for his daughter, and if you accept his quest, he sends you to track down both his own child and yours. This leads you on some chilling psychological adventure as you travel through some weird locations, then eventually to the school from Silent Hill 1. This mod also includes a lot of puzzles from the games, as well as a lot of Easter eggs, so if you've played the Silent Hill games, chances are, A, you'll know your way around, and B, you'll probably know what to do when you're in these locations. But for new fans who haven't played Silent Hill, who haven't played all those games, you're going to have a great time playing Whispering Hills, and if you like it, perhaps you can try out the games it's based on. May as well. Put on your big boy panties. Get playing some horror games. It's Halloween. Children of Ug-Qualtoth, or however the fuck you say it, is a lore-friendly, horror-themed quest mod inspired by the stories of Lovecraft. See, I love me some Lovecraftian horror. There's so many cool Cthulhu games out there, there's so many cool Lovecraftian horror games out there on Steam you can play. So when I first found this mod, I was kind of excited. I was quite... actually, do you know what? I was less excited, more intrigued. I was very intrigued by the mod. You follow the trail of the Dunwich Company and uncover their fun but disturbing past. The mod is a really cool, creepy experience, and I remember when I played it live on air actually, I kind of forgot I downloaded it because I go through this period where I download mods and then I kind of forget about them because I just don't play Fallout for a while, a new game comes out or something, then when I hop back in, I am surprised, everything is fresh, everything is a new experience, and I'm a little off guard, And I was definitely caught off guard when I was sent into this disturbing dream sequence and had some weird music and weird cultist and mutant things just spawn around me. And that was just me going to bed, that was me just resting my eyes. The mod does feature custom enemies, music, and weapons, and I have to say, the enemies are quite strange. Not only do they just spawn randomly, like I said before, out of nowhere, just random periods of time, but they also, or at least some of them, freeze in place when you look at them, and only move when you turn away. It makes it a very nerve-wracking experience, especially when there's like this massive group of them and you don't really know what to do initially. The mod is around 2 hours long as well, so it's a decent length if you want to dive into a good horror experience for Fallout 4. Claustrophobia is a small horror mod that pays homage to the cancelled Silent Hills game that was being developed by Hideo Kojima. It's set in a condemned apartment complex that holds a long-forgotten story. There's a lot of common themes among these mods right now. Since the mod is inspired by the likes of PT, it does live up to the name of being claustrophobic. The hallways are tight with no room to fight off whatever's coming. Speaking of fighting, actually, the enemies you'll find in the mod are invincible, so you can't really fight. It means that your only choice as the player will have to be to run and hide, making Claustrophobia more like a modern horror game like Outlast, which I'm all for, to be fair. Puzzles are also featured, so if you like that sort of thing, then there you go. The mod is just over an hour long, so it's a nice condensed experience and will probably fit really nice right next to Whispering Hills. Since it is you know what, actually, since it is like inspired by PT, and when I mean inspired, it's basically PT, you may as well play it alongside Whispering Hills. House of Horrors adds a brand new dungeon to Fallout New Vegas. The location is a giant abandoned mansion that takes players through a series of challenges with new enemies and loot. The mod feels like a creepy haunted house attraction more than anything, featuring strange rooms and attractions that will either confuse or horrify the player. The modder behind House of Horrors unfortunately didn't finish the project, so the mod does have an abrupt ending, but the rest of the experience is simply fantastic. Just to give you a few examples of what you might get into, there's like, I remember playing it and there was like this hallway that was just filled with like torture chambers, and you had to press a button and every room literally had a person in it that was going to die. And I was like, okay, this is a bit fucked. Okay. And then the room after that, guess what it is? It's people with radio heads. Weird shit. It's crazy because the mod is just such a well scripted mod. It's such a well put together mod as well. So that's why it's so unfortunate that it didn't get fully completed and fully realised. But again, it's out, it's fun to play, go have a good experience. Our final mod for today is Grim the Curse, a complete horror overhaul mod for Fallout 4. I know Fallout 4, there's a lot of horror mods for that, there's also a lot of horror mods for Fallout New Vegas, but today I just wanted to condense it down into like the ones I personally want to recommend. Similar to Whispering Hills, Grim transforms the Wasteland into more of a horror game, straight up horror game, implementing new atmospheres, soundtracks, creatures, weapons, areas, quests. It just overhauls the mod entirely, adds so much to the game. The curse, which is mentioned in the mod's title, sends all manner of creatures your way, literally from skeletons to vampires to just weird looking things that I can't even remember the name of, and then there's a creepy little girl that randomly appears like in the game Fear. It's just, yeah, it's a horror experience. It's a horror game. Literally, it's like, what I love about Grim is that it takes elements from probably every sort of horror experience and just throws it into the one and just makes it just fun. Of course, it isn't lore friendly, much like every mod in this list, or the majority of them anyway. It's not lore friendly because, again, there's vampires and skeletons, but you know. So if you're wanting to spice up your Fallout 4 playthrough this Halloween, Grim is definitely a top tier choice. It's so much fun to play. And what's also cool about these mods as well is that you can mix in Whispering Hills, Children of whatever it's called, and Claustrophobia. You can mix all these into one playthrough and just make the ultimate Fallout horror game. And what I really wanted to do as well is that I really wanted to add in mods that had quests, because there is a lot of horror mods out there that make it slightly into a horror game, but they're small things. It's like turning feral ghouls into zombies and stuff like that. They're not... I prefer, like, horror mods that have quests and have, like, areas and stuff like that added to them instead of just, just basic shit. Although the basic shit does enhance the experience, so go watch Juicehead or something, because Juicehead probably has, like, 20,000 videos being like, turning Fallout into a horror game or something. Like, he does that usually. So that's me for this video. What do you think of these horror mods for Fallout? Do you like them? Are there any that you would recommend? Let me know down in the comments below. Also, I just want to say, sorry for the lack of uploads lately. I've had such a chaotic and stressful past couple of months, and honestly, I'll be completely honest here, I ran out of energy to create content. I did, like, I was just completely drained for about 2 months there, and I did write videos, and every time I hit record, I just gave up about a minute in because I just didn't have any energy. And now that things have settled down in my life, I have that energy again, and and even recording this video, I have found that energy again. So again, I just want to apologise for that, but I will be back, hopefully making semi-regular videos. Obviously not every week or every day or anything, but every so often, you know, it's going to be good. But yeah, with Halloween around the corner, I just had to make this video. So thanks everyone for watching, and I shall see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.